Bonjour, je m'appelle Adam, and this is Draw for Your Mind. And for this video, we're going to look at L'amour dans l'air. Yes, we are looking at the heart of France, at the romance, at l'amour. We're going to look at the word l'amour. And we're going to look at it two different ways. We're going to look at it as the verb and as the noun. The noun is l'amour. And the verb is ami or aime, depending on how we use it. If you want to use l'amour to represent your spouse, you would say mon amour. Mon amour. You can use mon amour for both masculine and feminine sound. Mon is masculine, whereas ma is feminine. But we can't use ma in this case because of the a in ma and the a in amour. We can't have the two a's together, but we can use mon instead, mon amour, to represent both male and female. Amour. As for the verb, we have ami. Ami can be used to put together to tell someone about your amour. For instance, you could say je t'aime. We're using aime, which is part of the word ami. Je t'aime. Je is the word for I. De is the word for you in a shortened version. In French, there is a formal and an informal way to say things. We have learnt je before, and we've learnt vous before. Vous is you, but in an informal way, we can say tu. There are different ways to spell words and say words depending on which way you're speaking. If you're talking to someone you knew or you were acquainted with, a friend, family member, you'd probably use the more informal version of words. But when you're speaking to someone who you've never met or in a business or professional aspect, you'd probably use the more formal way of saying things. So in this regards, we want to be a bit more informal. So we use tu or tu for you. So je te, because tu ends in a vowel, and the next word we're looking at starts in a vowel, we can get rid of that you with an apostrophe, put it together to create kind of one word. So, je t'aime. M is the shortened version of ami. So this expression, je t'aime, is me expressing to you. I would say to my wife, je t'aime. And you would hope in response that she would say, je t'aime aussi. I've represented these words in multiple of ways within the one picture. For amour, I'm thinking of the way that it looks and the way that it sounds is very similar to armour, being a fantasy medieval geek. It is a word that I do come to a little more than probably what other people would think of. So I think of armour. So I've drawn a character here with armour on. The character is in a pose of a heart. To emphasize that, I've drawn a heart in the background as well. So armour will help me remember amour, and the heart will help me remember what its meaning is. Ami, to me, sounds a little bit like Amy. Now, I've had a very poor attempt to draw Amy Adams. Sorry, Amy. I know it doesn't look like you. Oh well. So if I see this picture and think Amy, Ami, M, it'll all come together in my mind. The prompt is there. Ami and amour are the two words that will associate to this picture. Sure, when you hear this sound, ami and amour, you probably conjure up some type of image that you think these sound like. For me, amour is like armour. But for you, what would amour be? What would ami B, or the short version, M. I think of M as a target as well. Aim, it's spelt similarly. A-I-M-E, A-I-M-R, A-I-M-E-D, depending on how you're using the word. And I think of these things, but what do you think of? Maybe we could look at drawing a picture that would help you remember this sound. Leave something in the description on what you think it sounds like. Amour, M-E. Amour, you might think of the moors of Scotland or something like that. I will put this picture up on the different social medias. Even though it doesn't look like Amy Adams, it will remind me of how badly I drew her, which will make me remember the word. But I'll put them up. You can use them as well for your referencing as well. Or if you want to copy from this to draw your own, or get a picture of Amy Adams and plaster her face on top of this picture, I will not be offended. Hopefully this picture of Amy does not put you off my drawing and you want to see a little bit more. I do a webcomic as well as this YouTube channel. It's called Pencils and Procrastination. It's very cartoony and it's just some random stuff like you would find in the newspaper. So go check that out. The link is in the description for that one. Hopefully you've enjoyed this today. I'll have some more videos up soon. But in the meantime, keep drawing and keep learning. Keep having fun. Au revoir.